Portugal has become the talk of the global economy, not because of its historical architecture or sun-kissed beaches, but because of a transformation that is reshaping the very fabric of its economy. In October 2022, the country introduced a groundbreaking digital nomad visa, inviting remote workers from around the world to call Portugal their home. With its blend of affordability, vibrant culture, and strategic location, Portugal has quickly emerged as a top destination for these tech-savvy globetrotters. But what happens when a country opens its doors to a new wave of immigration, driven not by necessity, but by choice? The answer isn't as simple as you might think. On one hand, digital nomads are fueling Portugal's economy, pumping money into local businesses, and transforming urban centers into buzzing hubs of innovation. On the other hand, their presence is contributing to skyrocketing rents, housing shortages, and growing frustrations among local residents. This wave of migration offers both hope and headaches, depending on who you ask. Why does this matter to you? Because what's unfolding in Portugal is more than just a local phenomenon. It's a glimpse into the future of global economies in a post-pandemic world. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore how digital nomads are changing Portugal's economic trajectory, what lessons other nations can learn, and what this means for the local communities caught in the middle. Stay with us, hit that like button, subscribe to Economy Explorer, and trust us. You won't want to skip a second of this deep dive. Economic benefits. Fueling local businesses. Step into any cafe in Lisbon, and you'll likely find it buzzing with digital nomads sipping espresso while typing away on sleek laptops. These modern-day migrants aren't just contributing to Portugal's economy, they're supercharging it. Digital nomads, often earning salaries from high-income countries, bring substantial spending power into local communities. They aren't just tourists. They're residents who frequent neighborhood shops, dine at local restaurants, and invest in leisure activities. This consistent flow of spending injects vitality into the Portuguese economy, helping small businesses thrive. In fact, Portugal's cafe culture has seen a resurgence, with new establishments popping up to meet demand. The tourism sector, too, is enjoying a boost as these nomads explore the country's stunning landscapes during weekends and holidays. What's fascinating is that this isn't seasonal. Their contributions are steady, offering year-round support to local economies. But the impact doesn't stop at businesses. Let's look at how these changes ripple through the housing market. Transforming the real estate market. The influx of digital nomads has turned Portugal's real estate sector into a hotbed of activity. From charming apartments in Porto to sleek co-living spaces in Lisbon, properties are being snapped up at record rates. While locals might grumble about skyrocketing rents, investors are thrilled by the rising property values. For many digital nomads, affordability is key, and Portugal offers a lower cost of living compared to cities like London or New York. Yet their willingness to pay higher rents than locals can afford has reshaped urban housing markets. This surge in demand has spurred development, with new housing projects tailored to this affluent demographic. But what does this mean for local residents who are also grappling with rising costs? We'll explore that in the next section. Creating new opportunities. Beyond coffee shops and co-working spaces, the arrival of digital nomads has led to the emergence of entirely new industries. Co-living spaces designed for remote workers have become a booming business, offering a blend of community and convenience. Tech hubs and innovation centers have also cropped up, drawing both local entrepreneurs and foreign investors. These opportunities extend to the job market. The need for multilingual staff, hospitality professionals, and IT experts has risen, providing new employment avenues for locals. Portugal's economy, long struggling with youth unemployment, now benefits from a digital workforce that inspires innovation and creates jobs. Still, the full picture isn't without its complexities. What's next? The challenges that come hand in hand with this transformation. Stay with us. Challenges and consequences. Housing affordability crisis. Stroll through the cobbled streets of Lisbon, and beneath the picturesque charm, you'll hear a growing chorus of frustration. Housing prices have surged by over 50% in just a few years, leaving many Portuguese residents unable to afford homes in their own cities. What was once an affordable destination for locals has become a battleground between global wealth and local incomes. The arrival of digital nomads has intensified competition in the rental market. Many landlords now prefer short-term rentals or premium leases tailored to remote workers, leaving fewer options for long-term residents. As demand skyrockets, so do prices, creating a dual economy where international incomes far outpace local wages. This disparity is forcing some families to relocate to smaller towns or leave the country altogether. But housing is only part of the story. Let's dive into the broader social and economic impacts of this trend. Economic disparities and social strains. With their high incomes and global lifestyle, digital nomads often inadvertently widen the economic gap in the communities they join. Local residents, who earn a fraction of what these remote workers bring in, find themselves priced out of not only housing, but also daily essentials. A coffee in a trendy Lisbon cafe that might be an affordable indulgence for a nomad becomes a luxury for a local on minimum wage. This growing disparity has led to visible tensions. Protests have erupted in several neighborhoods, with residents demanding stricter regulations on short-term rentals and calling for fairer housing policies. The question looming large is whether the economic benefits brought by digital nomads are worth the strain on the local way of life. As we explore the next layer of this transformation, the infrastructure challenges come to light. Strain on infrastructure. Portugal's quaint streets and historic cities, while beautiful, weren't designed to handle an influx of modern-day nomads. The surge in population has placed significant pressure on infrastructure. Internet speeds, once a key selling point for remote workers, are beginning to lag in some areas as demand spikes. Public transport systems are also feeling the strain, with increased traffic and overcrowding in urban centers. Moreover, the influx of affluent visitors has driven up prices in local markets, making essentials like groceries and utilities more expensive. This isn't just an economic issue, it's a cultural one. As Portugal adapts to this new reality, the challenge becomes clear. How can the country embrace global opportunities while preserving its identity? We'll explore how policymakers are grappling with this delicate balance in the next section. Stay tuned. Government response. Policy adjustments to curb the crisis. In 2012, as Portugal faced financial ruin, it rolled out the Golden Visa program, a revolutionary policy aimed at attracting foreign investments. Fast forward a decade, and the same country is now rethinking its immigration incentives. In response to the dual economy and housing affordability crisis triggered by the influx of digital nomads, the Portuguese government has taken decisive action. One of the most significant moves has been tightening regulations around short-term rentals. By implementing stricter caps and offering tax benefits to landlords who prioritize long-term tenants, the government hopes to ease the strain on local housing markets. This policy aims to balance the demand created by digital nomads and protect the housing needs of local residents. But the big question remains: can these measures effectively address the systemic challenges, or are they merely a band-aid on a deeper wound? Revisions to immigration programs. The Golden Visa program, which once attracted high-net-worth individuals from around the world, has seen a major overhaul. The government has eliminated real estate investments as a pathway to citizenship, signaling a shift in priorities. Similarly, the non-habitual residency, NHR tax scheme, which provided significant tax breaks to foreigners, is being phased out. These changes reflect Portugal's intent to create a more equitable system for its citizens, while still maintaining its appeal to global talent. Interestingly, the digital Nomad visa, introduced in 2022, remains untouched, at least for now. Officials recognize its importance in bringing in skilled professionals and bolstering Portugal's image as a tech-friendly nation. However, ongoing debates suggest that even this visa may face revisions to ensure a more sustainable influx of foreign workers. Investments in infrastructure. Beyond housing policies, the government is pouring resources into infrastructure to accommodate its growing digital population. Investments in high-speed internet, public transport, and urban development projects aim to create a seamless experience for residents and nomads alike. These efforts not only address current challenges, but also position Portugal as a leader in the global race for digital transformation. Still, balancing these investments with the needs of locals is a tightrope walk. How can the government ensure that these changes serve everyone, not just the new wave of migrants? As we move into the next section, we'll examine how these policies shape Portugal's future in the digital age. Future Outlook. A balancing act between growth and equity. Portugal stands at a crossroads. As it embraces the opportunities brought by digital nomads, the challenge lies in managing growth without leaving its local communities behind. The future of Portugal's economy will depend on whether it can maintain its appeal as a hub for global talent, while safeguarding the interests of its citizens. The government's recent actions, such as tightening rental regulations and revising immigration policies, are steps in the right direction. However, the question remains: can these policies evolve fast enough to keep pace with the dynamic digital economy? With countries like Croatia and Estonia also rolling out competitive digital nomad programs, the pressure is on Portugal to refine its strategy and stand out as a long-term leader in this space. Driving innovation through inclusion. Portugal's future success isn't just about attracting talent, it's about fostering innovation that benefits everyone. Investments in digital infrastructure, such as expanding 5G networks and building high-capacity data centers, position the country as a gateway between Europe and the Americas. This geographic advantage could cement Portugal's status as a tech hub, drawing further foreign investment and creating opportunities for its workforce. But innovation must be inclusive. Encouraging collaborations between digital nomads and local communities can bridge economic gaps and create shared prosperity. Initiatives like local mentorship programs, knowledge-sharing events, and startup incubators can help ensure that both locals and migrants benefit from the technological boom. Sustainability at the core. The long-term viability of Portugal's digital transformation hinges on sustainability. From urban planning to environmental concerns, the influx of digital nomads presents unique challenges. Cities like Lisbon and Porto will need to adapt to rising populations by improving public transport, creating green spaces, and managing resource consumption. At the same time, the focus should remain on preserving Portugal's rich culture and heritage, a key draw for many nomads in the first place. Portugal's ability to balance modern development with its traditional charm will determine its global reputation in the coming decades. If done right, it could serve as a model for other nations navigating similar transitions. But can Portugal truly master this balancing act? We'll let the future tell that story. For now, it's clear that the stakes and the opportunities have never been higher. Stay tuned as we explore what Portugal's evolution means for the global economy. Portugal's economic transformation in a globalized digital era. Portugal's economic transformation paints a vivid picture of how a small nation can rise to meet the challenges and opportunities of a globalized digital world. From its cobblestone streets, bustling with digital nomads, to its ambitious investments in cutting-edge infrastructure, Portugal is navigating uncharted waters with determination and creativity. This journey is not without its hurdles, as the struggles of local residents reveal the cost of progress. Yet, amidst the growing pains, Portugal has demonstrated a resilience that is as inspiring as it is instructive. The question we're left with isn't just about Portugal, it's about the future of all economies in an interconnected world. Can nations harness the economic power of global talent while preserving the well-being and identity of their local communities? Portugal's story offers a glimpse into the delicate balancing act required, an act that many other countries will soon need to perfect. But the story doesn't end here. As Portugal refines its policies, attracts more investment, and redefines what it means to be a global hub, it provides a template for others to follow. Whether it succeeds or falters, its experience will undoubtedly shape the future of immigration, innovation, and inclusion. Now, let's close with one powerful thought. Progress is never perfect, but it is always necessary. Portugal is proof that even the smallest nations can have a global impact when they dare to evolve. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Portugal's economic transformation. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Economy Explorer. And before you go, check out one of the videos on the screen to continue diving into the fascinating world of global economies. Thank you for being part of the journey with Economy Explorer. We'll see you in the next one.